Okay, so this is for Virgo sun, moon, and specifically rising, as this new moon in Pisces will be in your seventh house of partnerships, marriage, and relationships. Okay, this is Libra's house. Okay, so with that in store, new moons are about setting new intentions, new goals, planting new seeds. So a new moon in Pisces is actually an initiation to a new beginning, as we're going to be entering a new astrological year, but in closing, a complete closing, um, on a cycle from our last astrological year. So remember how I talked about the wood snake and the fire horse? Well, they're playing a whole huge role in this, because as we enter Aries season, we will officially be in the year of the fire horse. And I already told y'all what to do. Y'all need to go handle what you need to handle and let go of what you need to let go of, because once we enter this year, if you're still dragging along, you will get dragged along. You will get stomped and trampled on as well. So you better do what you need to do, handle what you need to handle, and close what you need to close. And that's what Pisces season is about for us collectively. It's about surrender and acceptance of anything that may be dissolving around us, or that may be re-emerging and resurfacing. It's not meant to really change anything. It's just meant to see and show us how far we have come, really, truly. So, in means of that, this isn't a period of time where we need to react or take any type of action, but where we actually need to sit back and be a little bit more receptive and observative of what is unfolding ahead of us. Okay. And so with that, and this being in your seventh house, you may have some reemergence and resurfacing of different relationships and connections, or just like the dynamics around them as well. And so with this new moon, you can invest in new perspectives on how you want to build around your future connections, relationships, and partnerships. It's my father, so I might have a little bit more time. Anyway, I think I pretty much went over everything. I am talking to Virgo though. I didn't really bring this up with much of anybody else besides Gemini for sure. With Mercury being your ruling planet and running amok in Pisces right now. Oh my goodness. It's like a personal attack to my identity. I'm not lying. Anyway, with that, doing that there, sometime this week, I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it right now for two reasons. One, my brain isn't working, and two, my phone. I mean, not my phone, but like where oh, look, it's 4:44 on the clock as the time. Divine protection and guidance. But where I load my charts and stuff like that, their site is currently undergoing maintenance because it's been spammed by bots. I don't know, guys. I don't know, but it made things a little frustrating when getting this stuff out. So I don't really know where a lot of the things are landing for you in your chart, because there's some extra additional aspects going on with this new moon. But focusing on this new moon and it being in your seventh house, this is where you just surrender as we enter a new cycle. What else was I going to bring up? Oh, I was bringing up Mercury. Mercury is also there in your seventh house. So I'm over here feeling personally attacked as a Pisces rising, but with Virgo rising specifically, this being in your seventh house, it can feel like a personal attack to your relationships. So it's been personally attacking everybody. Mercury don't hold back for nobody. So this happening in your seventh house, we already went over. That's with you reviewing, revising, and refining your relationships and connections, and how you communicate around those things and your shifts in perspectives of those things. Okay, so let's just get into it. I guess those are the cards. We have veiled. Veiled. There's probably something that you can't see right now. You're a little blinded, lacking clarity, or is being hidden from you. Soulmates and knowledge. So, what happened to my card? So, there may be some hidden knowledge that may need to be revealed to you, possibly in regards to a soulmate. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have power. At the bottom of the deck, we have power. So there may be something even in regards to like power dynamics, or just you needing to know that you have a certain power, certain role that you play. Here, the numbers 46, 38, 49, and 34. I saw Eight of Pentacles and it had spun there, so I don't know what originally it was facing, but I had saw it and it called to my attention. And now Five of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like you may have been working towards some type of resolve, working on some type of closure or forgiveness, but ultimately even working on yourself a little bit. Eight of Pentacles is about working on your resources or being able to manage your time, energy, and resources. Okay, so veiled. So I would say that this would, you okay? So I would say that this is something that isn't revealed to you or hidden, or that you just cannot see. Is in regards to you having like a sense of inspiration or a sense of passion or a willingness to, I wanted to say a willingness to persuade, or a willingness even to invest yourself energetically, but to try new things, take new approaches, change your perspective in something, but it's ultimately moving in a new direction. And there's that lack of momentum or movement or even willingness to engage into new things. And we have the Empress here, but it's in the reverse. With the Empress in the reverse, there's a feeling of like there's definitely a creative blockage, and you can even see that with the Page of Wands, because Wands is about creativity, energy, and passion. The light within, the light within, and the Empress is the creator. So a feeling like you have lost that sense of creativity. The Empress is ruled by Venus, the planet of wants and desires. The Empress rules, or excuse me, Venus rules over the 7th house. Hello. Because we all want and desire love, relationships, beauty, money, the things that Venus rules over. And that's what the Empress creates. So I feel like there's a disconnect from the feminine side of yourself, your feminine energy, and how you can use that to inspire you and move you forward. And then we have the Death card here. So what is kind of unknown or unconscious to you is that you're resisting an ending of something, resisting change, but ultimately resisting something from transforming. Okay, so let's get some clarity here. Let's lift the veil, shall we? Nine of Cups, King of Wands, but in the reverse. So 9 of Cups is about personal fulfillment and satisfaction, personal emotional fulfillment. It's literally an wish granted, wish fulfilled card, wish fulfillment. And again, with that self-satisfaction and emotional fulfillment here. And then King of Wands. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the royal court of the wands, because fire can push you forward or it can consume you. Okay. And with King of Wands, he's consumed by all of this energy. And he's like very neglected on the consideration of how it can get out of control. The King of Wands, the King and Queen of Wands, they are very attractive people. Not just physically, while physically is possible, but they just attract in a lot of energy. And so they're very attractive, confident, and charming people, and they seem to always be able to take action and initiation on things that they want to create in life. The wands are about wants and desires. So the King of Wands, he's going to create whatever he wants and desires out of life. But in the reverse, he's more of a taker than a provider and a creator. Like he's just going to get it by all means or do it by all means. And that energy can get really impulsive and reckless. And he can get, and since he's in a place of authority, a place of power, he can get kind of aggressive with his approach and how he wants to get things done and how he wants to create things. And so I feel like there's like personal fulfillment here, personal happiness. Like you've been able to secure yourself in investing yourself emotionally, and come to a sense of fulfillment, right? But when it comes to like creating or experiencing what you want and desire, it comes off a little cocky, or it comes off a little impulsive, aggressive. Like, it's not the correct approach, ultimately. The King of Wands can be consumed by ego. Death and rebirth. There's a need to, oh my goodness, I knew it was around here. Yeah, there's a need to change something. Something needs to transform here. It seems like something here needs to transform in the way that you co-create with the universe and getting what you want and desire out of life. I feel like your approach is a little bit too reckless. And so that's possibly what you're not seeing now, and seeing that needs to change here. You need to let go or let some things end, let some things fall off. I don't know. There's just like the way that you are approaching things is not coming from a bad place, because you already have like satisfaction and fulfillment and stuff like that. But when it comes to what you want and desire, I feel like I feel like you're throwing this Empress energy off. You know, the King of Wands is obviously masculine energy. The Empress is obviously feminine energy, and however you present yourself is whatever, but you still have these energies inside of you, and they're both pretty much flipped on top of their heads, aren't they? But I feel like it's stemming from this aggressive masculine energy, just wanting to kind of take over in an egotistical way. You're not allowing space for this Empress energy to come settle and actually create the things. She is the creator. So, she's ruled by the planet of Venus, so she literally can create all the wants and desires you want. The king only has connection to that creative energy. So yeah. And I mean, it's not totally in balance. You still have like that, the softness and the ability, like you have with that emotional fulfillment, that means you have some type of emotional intelligence within yourself to know how to fulfill yourself and replenish yourself, right? So you have some type of connection to that feminine side of yourself. It's just the masculine side of yourself is kind of operating out of ego instead of just out of, you know, passion and creation. All right, let's move. Oh, not this one. Let's move forward to soulmates. This soulmate energy. And this being in your 7th house is so coded, and I love that. All right, soulmate. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. You are building, saving up, holding on. Ace of Swords. So some type of truth. Ooh. Some type of truth, clarity. Maybe this is like a new spark of conversation, new perspective, but it's gonna be very clear and very honest here. 4 Pentacles, again, that's you can be saving your time, energy, or resources, holding on to those things, conserving those things, waiting for the right time. Waiting for clarity. Or it says Jessica was my grandpapa. Excuse me. Okay. You might get a phone call. I don't know. You might get a phone call. Something's definitely going to come in clear for you. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands. It's coming in fast. It's coming in fast. This is literally the fire horse. The Fire Horse. But it's coming in fast. It's coming in with a sense of urgency, sense of passion. It's definitely but we got to be real careful though. We gotta be real careful. The Knight of Wands is very exploratory. Like it is willing to just like go. It's fast moving energy. It has a lot of passion coming from it, but it doesn't always take everything into consideration, and so it can get kind of reckless and impulsive. Okay, all things with wands can get a little reckless and impulsive. Okay, if not used correctly. The Knight of Wands, even in this upright position, gets that bad vibe, that bad connotation of being reckless and impulsive because they just move fast. It's a messenger. The Knight of Wands is a messenger of their element. So they're going to move fast in regards to what they're passionate about. And so you just need to be careful not to burn anybody while you're moving through. While you're moving fast, okay? But ultimately, it's about expressing yourself. Expressing yourself, expressing that passion you have within, and speaking up about it. I saw that Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness, y'all are opening up. Maybe. Maybe. Give me one more card. What is that? 10 of Wands. Yeah, you like, no ma'am. Not if that shit gonna weigh me down. Okay. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse and 7 of Cups. So yes, you got options. You got options. Like everything's kind of opening up to you on what is available to you to be able to emotionally pour into. And you got 7. So this is where you need to make some type of selection. 2 of Pentacles. But you're indecisive. You're indecisive. Or unable to balance or prioritize or pick between 2 things. It's getting kind of heavy for you. But ultimately, it's causing some type of instability, possibly in the physical realm, like in the 3D world right now. It's causing some type of instability because you can't keep managing two different things. As I said, we are exiting one astrological year and entering a complete other, and you're not going to be able to hold both of those energies in the same hand. You got to let the door close on that side so you can walk in on this one. But yeah, I have a feeling like there's a strong sense of like not being able to make ends meet, or just not being able to withhold 2 things at once. So you need to make a selection, even though you have like all these options and stuff like that. But it's not meant to like sit here and drown you, but it's just allowing you the option to go whatever it is that focus on whatever it is that you want to focus on. It came back. The Ace of Cups. Where do you want to open up to? And like, what is true to you? What is so honestly and true to you? So gaining some type of clarity on where you want to open up towards, where you want to emotionally invest in regards to a soulmate. I'm still looking at this 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's just either just like, again, you just can't play both sides of the fence here. It's just not going to work anymore. So I don't know if you're choosing between 2 people or 7. I really don't. I really don't. 5 of Cups. Somewhere here you feel like you lost more than you gained. Somewhere here you feel like you lost more than you gained, but there's a need to like take a moment of reflection about this disappointment, about this emotional loss, because you may have lost more than you gained, but you may have lost, the 3 cups, but you still have 2 cups here. And I'm looking around because you do have cups. You got quite a few cups here, but 2 of Cups is about that emotional exchange between 2 people. So you still have the ability to connect, but you probably just don't have the room to like fully celebrate it. Boom, boom. Let me see. Ooh, 5 over 5, or the 5s are popping out now. 5s are, I wanted to speak about that, but I didn't know if it would be worth it, but I guess so. 5s are about challenges and conflict and difficulties. So obviously the 5 of Cups is about difficult emotional loss and stuff like that. Challenging emotions, conflicting emotions. 5 of Pentacles is about difficulty on a material, physical realm where you feel very impoverished and scarce. You feel like no one's there to help you. You feel left out in the cold and neglected, and even feeling ashamed of like your position or where you are or something like that. But there's also here a reminder that you could be sitting right outside of a place that is generous enough to help you, and it's up for you to actually ask for help instead of just assuming that nobody's there going to pity you or whatever it is, or help you, or like there's always a helping hand around, it seems like, but you're just either trying to do it alone or you feel like you're left out from something. I don't know. But at the top of the card, it says worry. You're worried about your Pentacles is about finances. You have 4 Pentacles here, 2 of Pentacles, and 5 here. So there's worry around like materials, resources, even your time and your energy and stuff like that, and where that will be spent and given and stuff too. And you're like, I don't know if I have enough for that to give. You feel me? So there's a feeling of scarcity in regards to your resources, and even to a certain extent your emotions. There's like a feeling of lack and loss in those realms. Okay, so but ultimately though, you're opening up again. So that's really what I was getting from that. But I just want to see where this 2 of Pentacles was stemming from, where that instability was coming from, and what you were trying to like balance out there. So moving forward, I keep doing that. Moving forward, nobody wants that. Heartbreak and pain. Moving forward, we got the Knowledge card. Knowledge card. Got the moon. Feel like it's this way. And judgment. All right, they coming at you next. And strength in the reverse. So 3 major arcana is coming to give you some knowledge. So I feel like there's some major shifts happening in the 5D that you may not fully acknowledge in the 3D. Judgment has been called. Not just on you. I'm gonna let you know, not just on you, but on everybody. On everybody involved, judgment has been called. Judgment isn't scary at all, honestly. Judgment is not scary. It's about truly awakening to your true essence. Wake up. It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call to alignment. Are you aligned with your purpose? So judgment will be called on you. It could be just like a general test to see, again, if you're in alignment. Okay? The moon here is like an intuitive nudge, and possibly even an emotional nudge. The moon rules over intuition and emotion. So there's something that like may not be fully clear to you. Again, this veiled, oh my goodness, this veiled energy. The moon is about mystery, illusion, and things happening within the dark, but they may not, whatever happens in the dark comes out into light eventually. And so I feel like something's being revealed to you as this judgment call is being made. And it may not fully make sense all the way. It still has a certain mysticism and mystery to it, but it's being revealed to you, and it's all up to you on how you can integrate or acquire this knowledge. Possibly has something to do with your inner strength. The strength card in the reverse. The strength card is normally about being able to express yourself authentically, expressing yourself authentically without any shame. That's what the strength card represents. In the reverse, it obviously depicts more of a weakness than a strength. And it's a weakness on being able to actually express yourself in that way. Either you're shameful of your expression, the things that you want to express, or you're suppressing it, again, which falls into being shameful of it. You're suppressing certain expressions and things like that. But the strength card is ruled by Leo, and Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun is the ego. Okay, so this can be also you playing in the lower frequency of your ego. I think I already said that, didn't I? Yeah. Operating out of the lower frequency of your ego, and instead of expressing yourself, you're performing. Instead of having that complete satisfaction and fulfillment in an energetic sense, because this is fire with Leo energy, you're seeking validation for what to play onto your strengths. Let's clarify. So judgment is being called to help enlighten you about something. It's going to bring something to your attention. You may not know it now, but it will be revealed to you in due time. that there is something here preventing you from being able to operate in your lighter ego, not your higher ego, excuse me, not your lower ego. Because ego has a mission and a purpose in life. It's here to bring that core radiance and pride to ourselves, okay? So we need that light. Oh, we need that light to guide us forward. And so we can also attract other people who have similar interests. But when you're in that lower frequency and you're really operating out of that lower frequency of the ego, you know, that gets really like prideful and you know, you get overly cocky, you become more of a taker than a giver, and that's when that fire consumes you instead of giving you radiance. We have the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Look at that. And at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Pentacles. So the King of Cups, very mature, wise, and experienced in his emotions. He can he can enforce different type of emotional boundaries, you know, just to protect himself and the people that he cares about. And he can also provide space and capacity to be able to hold emotional depth and space for other people as well. The Queen of Wands, she's like co-creator with her fire energy. She creates, just like the Empress, she creates what she wants and desires out of life through the use of her radiance, charm. Again, she's very attractive. Oh, that's why I was talking about her earlier, the King and the Queen. So in the masculine sense, it's a little off. It's a little imbalanced. But in the feminine sense, even with the masculine and the feminine, with King of Cups, but Queen of Wands is actually feminine in the masculine. But anyway, Queen of Wands is, again, very confident and attractive. She attracts exactly what it is that she needs to create what she wants and desires out of life. And she does it just by being. You know how they say some people get burned by the fire, others just simply become it. So that's her becoming the fire, standing in that place of empowerment. And then we got Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, taking care of business, taking care of things, taking care of your health, taking care of your home, taking care of the people that takes care of you. I feel like you're going to gain some type of knowledge on where you were overcompensating and performing and possibly even deluding yourself. I feel like even in some regard, you were playing very small for other people. Yep. I feel like you were playing very small for some other people. And now it's time for you to wake up and realize that you have the strength and the power. All right. So I'm pretty sure I made this video way longer than it had to be, but remember it got cut off due to a phone call and I don't remember how long it was. So excuse me. But I'm going to end that there and just pull some further cards for insights. If this has resonated for you or you would like to dig deeper into this reading, please do not hesitate to reach out to me at Libra Baby Doll. So I'm just going to pull a few more cards, see what comes out. We have health. Health issues could arise. And remember, Queen of Pentacles, take care of yourself before you take care of anybody else. Take care of yourself. We have narcissists. Someone is too full of themselves. We have air signs. Ooh. We have air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time. It's over. I might pull a couple more cards. Let's see here. Pregnancy. Someone is expecting. I'm going to pull a couple more cards. Spy. Someone's got their eye on you, or you're doing your own research. Somebody's observing somebody. And if you have a yes or no question on your mind, the answer is yes. Luck is on your side. At the bottom of the deck, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So we got air sign, water sign. You may be having these placements in your charts. You may be dealing with an air sign or a water sign, or the seasons are important to you. We are currently in Pisces season. So yeah. Yep. And yeah. I'm going to leave that there.